Okay, as I often am, I've been inspired by an app from OpenCity to think about content on the internet and how we might take ordinary web content and turn it into structured data and APIs. So if you haven't seen it yet, there's this really awesome website from OpenCity called isttheresewageinthechicago.river.com. Check it out. It got me thinking. Essentially, what they're doing is they're scraping information off of a government website that talks about sewage overflow, I think, that gets pumped into the Chicago River. And it got me thinking about something kind of similar here in Philadelphia. We've got this thing called Rivercast, which essentially provides a forecast of water quality on the Schuylkill River. It's got this box up here in the corner that sort of gives you a red, yellow, green indicator as to water quality, which is enormously useful. The problem is it's sort of bottled up in this web page. And what if we wanted to take that really important data point and expose it as structured data or something that could be consumed in either a client-side app or even a back-end server-side app? So there's lots of ways you can do this, right? So you can use things like ScraperWiki, which has been around for a long time, really powerful, really easy to use. I just ran across this new service called Kimono today. I haven't tried it yet, but it looks extremely powerful. Definitely something that I'm going to want to spend some time with and see if I can work it into my open data tool set. But something that I've used before that's a little bit simpler but really incredibly effective is this this website called Appify. It's an app that's running on Heroku, and essentially what it lets you do is it lets you take content from a web page and expose it as a JSON API. So I've kind of got that working here with the Philly Watercast site. You can see I've just started to enter the website, and essentially what you do is you have to tell Appify where to look for information. And what's really nice is it lets you actually use either CSS or XPath. So if we go back to our our Philly Watercast example here, I'm going to use the handy dandy built-in feature of Chrome that lets me inspect an element. And something you may not know in Chrome, if the element you're inspecting, if you right mouse click it, you can actually get an option to copy as XPath. So you can copy the path to this element using XPath. I'm just gonna copy that, and then I'm going to go back to my Appify app, and you can see I already got it here, but I'll put it in there just for good measure. And essentially what this will do is it will allow Appify to go and parse that HTML page and pull out the item that I'm looking for and expose it as JSON, which you can see here in this little test panel here. So essentially what I've got now is I've got a JSON API for this Rivercast data point, which is really important. It gives me a red, yellow, or green indicator as to the water quality. The other nice thing is it actually lets me add a callback, and I get JSON-P, so I could consume this from a client-side app as well. So it's just a really useful piece of information that is currently kind of locked up in this this web page. And even though I might use this web page in my browser, it would be awfully nice if that information was exposed so that it could be useful in many other ways as well.